Hey guys and girls, how's it going and welcome back to another episode of Thaumcraft with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having yourself a great day as always, and are ready for a bit more of my magical wizard's journey. Now today I've got two things in mind that we're going to be doing. The first one's going to be making an Infernal Furnace. We're going to place it in here. I've dunked the area out ready for it. I've also got all the bits for it, so we're pretty set to go. And the next one is going to be making some of the stuff so that we can start getting into wand recharging. What do you think of this room? Don't you think it's pretty cool? I've still got to do the roof. I've got a lot more to do with the roof, but except for that, I think it's looking pretty good. It took me ages to do this. I used up loads of amber to get this cool looking floor. The only thing that I still need to do is the roof, and I probably need to go back under here because I forgot to change the blocks. I wonder, you can see gravel and dirt and stuff. Yeah, I kind of forgot to do that, so I need to go back under there and change all that round. And I placed some vines just to see how they would grow and look. And I think it looks okay. I like it. I really, really like the moss stone. I think that looks brilliant. So, yeah, I just got to figure out what to do with the roof at the minute, but I think it looks nice. Alright, so let's get cracking with our Infernal Furnace. Now, because I've made myself a Pickaxe of the Core, I made a few things in my Infusion Altar between this and the last episode. I made a Pickaxe of the Core, and I made some Boots of the Traveller. The Boots of the Traveller lets us run a little bit faster. We can walk up 1 high blocks, and we can jump over 2 high blocks, which is great. And the Pickaxe of the Core is pretty cool, because when we mine ores, it has a chance of dropping a cluster. You can see in here from what I was mining earlier, I have some native gold clusters, and when we go and smelt these, we get 2 iron ingots instead of the regular 1 we would get from the ore, which is pretty cool. I got some good enchants on it and whatnot, so it repairs itself. And there is a couple of other funky things it does. The one thing you can do as well is if you shift while using it, it stops it from doing any of its magical properties as well. So that's one thing to bear in mind. That's pretty important when it comes to using the Axe of the River or Axe of the Stream, because sometimes you don't want to cut the whole tree down, so you do it that way. But this is where we're going to do all of our wand recharging. I've already got 3 nodes. I'm still missing a fair few nodes, but I've got 3 already that I've managed to find. And I want to try and get ones that just have one type of primal aspect. So I got a node in the jar that has air, 64 air, one that has Pedestal, 79, and one that has Aqua of 98. I haven't managed to find any others that have just one type in them. Eventually, though, we'll probably, once we build the castle area, we will have a lot less nodes, because we can have the nodes that have been kind of mixed together, so we can have those guys dealing with most of our wand recharging, and we'll do a lot more that way. But for the time being, while we're dealing with these nodes, we'll just use the singular ones until we decide to start merging nodes together, which we'll get into pretty soon. But let's get on with our Infernal Furnace. Now, these guys are great because these will smelt stuff up for us, and they're fairly fast when we attach some bellows to them, and they're even faster when we give them some ignis, but we'll do that later once we get into lasers. So first up, we're going to need some obsidian, we're going to need some nether brick, and we're going to need some funky bits like this. Now, if we have a look inside our Farmonomicon and we go to Artifice, and we have a look at Infernal Furnace. Now, bear in mind, this is forbidden knowledge from miners, so you can get a little bit of warp off this if you're not careful. But that's fine, because we like warp, it gives us better stuff. So we place it like this. So we have our obsidian, and then we have our nether brick. So we're going to put it like this. There we go. And we'll have it on the sides. We're also going to want to plant these like this. There we go. Put you there. And there. And we're not going to place any on the front, because we're going to have some iron bars on the front of here. So let's get our iron bars. And we'll pop those there. And now we're going to want to get up into the roofs. So I've dug this little area out here, because I would like to go ahead and get a golem doing some of the stuff for me. So if we dig this out a little bit, I should be able to get in here. There we go. We can always fill this roof back in later. Cool, cool. And let's get our lava. Yeah, we'll place that there, that there, that there, that there. And our obsidian. There we go. And we leave the roof area open because we don't need to fill that up. Let's get some lava. And we'll pop you in there. Cool, cool. And now this is good to go. We just need to give it a slap of our wand. It's going to use some ignis and some terror. And bam, we have ourselves one Infernal Furnace. Now, one thing to bear in mind with the Infernal Furnace is as it does stuff, so if I get some cobblestone and we're going to turn it into regular stone to smelt it up, we'll throw it in the top like such. It will get cooked up, and it will get spat out the front with a little bit of experience. Now by itself it does take some time to do this, it's pretty slow by itself, but as we add bellows it will speed up. You can see there it just did that. So if we take our bellows and we're going to go and fit these to this, so we'll put one bellow here, there we go, and one bellow is going to go on the back, so we'll put it down this way. Yeah, there you are. So we'll have that one there, and we'll have another one on this side. There we go. And it should be there. Cool, cool. And if we've got any torches, let's light this up inside here just a tad for our golem to do his stuff, and we don't have any bad guys spawning, because we definitely wouldn't want that. Now that we've got those 3 on there, it's going to be quite a bit faster. If we throw that in now and we go have a look, you'll see it won't take much time at all to do that compared to the last time we did it. There we go, it's gone and popped it out. Good stuff. So now we need to set our golem up. So an item grate is what's used to be able to put items into it if you're not going to throw it in by hand. So if we pop this on here, we can go like that, and we can open and close it so the items can't and can go in. But another thing that we can do is while it's open, we can pump stuff into it. So if you've got any mods that add any type of pump or any type of pipe, you can do that. But you can also use a hopper. So I can put like this in here and it'll get sucked in, and then it'll go into the Infernal Furnace like such and come out that way. But I want to use golems, so if I put stuff in this chest, I want a golem to take it up to there for me and it come out the front. So we're going to try using one of these straw golems with a empty animation core. I've never tried to use one of these before, so I don't really know how it's going to work, but it should hopefully work fine. So if we pop him on there and we give him that, and we tell this little guy that we want stuff emptied into this hopper, he should be able to work. Now, it depends how well his pathfinding is, because I'm going to make this a little bit awkward for him to get up to that hopper, but I guess we'll find out. So if I put some of that in there, he should know how to do it. Yeah, there we go. Is he going to come back down? He is. What a little guy. Nice. Alright, so now we just want to get this area put away, because he can get through there, can't he? And we're going to want to break that up. And that should work now, so let's try this one more time. Should go on his merry way. Under his little golem hole. I really love having these little golem holes for the guys, like we did in the house where he has to go underground. That is so cool. Alright, so now that we've got that, we want to be able to grab the items. And we can use 2 ways of doing this. So we could use a hopper. We could have it jump into a hopper. We can have it get picked up by a golem. Or we can use a hungry chest. And I think I'm going to use a hungry chest, because that is a pretty funky way of doing it. So let's have a look inside our Farminomicon. It's under Golemancy, and we'll find the hungry chest. This requires some great wood and a trapdoor. Alright, let's grab some of this stuff. So we want some great wood. Probably going to need a little bit more of that. There we go. And we're going to want some trapdoors. I wonder if I already have some trapdoors, because we did use a few trapdoors. No, it doesn't. Okay. Let's use some of this. Grab some regular oak. Cool, cool. And get us some trapdoors. Brilliant. Alright, so it's that and that. Gives us a hungry chest. We're a little bit insufficient on the old visit at the minute, but we can do it if we use our good wand. Cool, cool. So that gives us our hungry chest. Let's have a quick sleepies to get rid of all the bad guys. Although we have got the Rozer out there, I do like to make sure that we don't have too many spawning. Cool, cool. So that's now going to be our Infernal Furnace pretty much set up. We can change the golem that we have there if we decide to do so, but I think having that one golem should do the trick. The only thing that we might want to change is the golem type so that he can carry more than once, but I'm not going to be throwing a huge amount of stuff in there at every given time. Let's just put this stuff back in here because we're not going to need that for the time being. And you. And you. Cool, cool. Alrighty, so now we want to make our wand recharge pedestal so that we can start making our life a little bit easier with gaining all of the aspects that we need inside our wand. And this is done through thaumaturgy, and we want the recharge pedestal. We'll get into these stuff later. The compound, recharge, focus, and vis storage aren't really needed at the minute. But the wand recharge pedestal is going to require 2 diamonds, a gold ingot, a Primal Charm, some Aurum, some Permutatio, and some Pracantatio. I've already got the Primal Charm because these are a bit of a nightmare to make, so I made it before we did this. But to make one of these, you have to get a balanced shard, one of every type of shard, and some gold, and 25 of all primal aspects. So it is fairly expensive to be able to do that, but, you know, it kind of pays for itself. So we'll grab 2 gold, a diamond, we've got our Arcane Pedestal, and we've got our Primal Charm. Brilliant. So this should hopefully do the trick for us. Now, when it comes to nodes and node spawning, you'll find that certain aspects will be dominant in certain biomes. So because we're in a plains biome, we get a lot of air around here, a lot of air and water. Trying to find stuff that has pure ignis is actually going to be fairly hard because we need to go to a hot biome to be able to find that. So going to the nether is probably going to be a brilliant place to try and find one that is pure ignis. Although, obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time to do that. And let's just test this guy out while we're here as well. Let's get these native iron clusters, and we'll grab our hungry chest and pop him there. So now anything that we throw gets eaten by the hungry chest, although we kind of have to throw it at it. There we go. What a guy. And if we pop those in there, he should go off and put them inside the Infernal Furnace, and it will do its thing. Let's give it a second. Hey! There we go. Brilliant. Now we've got 2 iron nuggets and we got 2 iron ingots and an iron nugget. Brilliant. So we're going to get a fairly decent amount of ores from that. That's brilliant. And we get some experience. Even better. So we're probably going to want to make ourselves, which is going to be a good reason to make this, which I'm going to have to do later. I don't know what it's under, is it? Artifice? Yeah, brain in a jar. I haven't made this yet, but we'll have to probably make a brain in a jar. Although it does give us moderate warp. That's one step closer to learning our evil research tab that we're going to need. Brilliant. Alright, so let's do this. So we're going to need some Aurum. Nice. We're going to need some Permutatio and some of you. And I believe it's just those 3 that we need. Let's have a look. One recharge pedestal. Yeah, just those 3. Cool, cool. Alright, so I'll pop you there. You there. And we'll put these guys over here. So it's that. And again, we'll try and get these as well placed as we can. And we can actually do with these, which is good. So we'll have that and our gold. Cool, cool. And let's give it a... What have I done wrong? I love this. What have I done wrong? Ah! We need 2 diamonds. Alright, let's go get some diamonds. Okay, so let's replace this gold with 1 diamond. So we've got 2 diamonds now. Brilliant. And 1 gold and 1 primal charm plus the pedestal. So that should do the trick. Nice. And hopefully we're not going to have any problems. We've been fairly lucky so far that I haven't actually had any type of instability effects from doing any of this type of crafting. So we have been pretty lucky there. I'm waiting for the first one that goes horribly wrong. It generally happens pretty soon when I play with Thaumcraft. So this time we've been pretty lucky. Cool, cool. So once we've got this room set up and I got a load of good nodes now, I'm going to start working on making the main castle area, which is going to be going off that way into like a dungeon entrance, and that'll go up. And the castle is going to be in the wall, so it's going to kind of be half out, half in the wall, and that's how I'm going to do it. More like a tower, like a magical tower, but really big. I think that's going to be a pretty funky way. Oh yeah. Look at all that good stuff. Brilliant. So let's place you in the middle. Here we go. And I'm hoping I've got this room measured out correctly. Because if you haven't known before from what I've already said, nodes will actually feast off of each other. So instead of having like you used to, having one node next to each other. You can't actually do that anymore by themselves because they'll start draining each other, and you'll generally find the node that has the most aspect in it is the dominant node, and it will feast off of nodes that are smaller than itself, eating different types. Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing, because one way, that's great because you can make really big, chunky nodes, and that's what we're going to do later. But on the other side, your other nodes are going to get eaten, which sometimes you don't want to happen. And we don't really have the resources at the minute to be going too far into advanced node stabilizers and all of that good stuff. The node stabilizers, advanced node stabilizers, those are what you use to counteract the nodes eating each other. But there is a radius to it, and the general node radius is 4 blocks. So a node placed here will try and eat a node within 4 blocks itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It shouldn't be able to eat off of this pedestal, and this pedestal like this. And they will be in range of the Wand Recharge pedestal, because the Wand Recharge pedestal's range is 8 blocks. So that should be fine, seeing as these are 5. So I'm hoping, we're going to be alright. I'm going to place the 3 that we have, like here, and then we'll see if any of them have feasted on each other, because we'll have 2 aspects inside one of the nodes instead of the one that we should have. So that's kind of how it's going to work. Now, we're pretty much set to start placing down our jars, so we're going to go with Aqua first, and we're going to place him here, and we'll give him a break. Oh, I got hit with the wand, haven't I? Let's get my wand out. Cool, and bam. Alright, so we've got some Aqua, and let's put down this guy, which is my Preditio. Brilliant. And this one can go here, which is my Air. And hopefully they shouldn't be able to feast off each other because they should be too far away. Like I say, we'll know because this guy, if it tries to eat this guy, well then actually it'll be this guy that eats this guy. So which one's the dominant node here? The Aqua is the dominant node over these two because it has more of the type aspect inside it. So we'll know if this one's been eating, because this one will either have a little bit of air in it or a little bit of the Peditio in it. But I don't think it should. I think we should be okay. Hopefully. So now when I place this on here, it should pull aspects from the nodes around it. There we go. You can see it just pulled a load in. Nice. And they should be fairly full. Yeah, 100 of each type. So now I just need to find myself a Terra node, I need to get myself an Ignis, and I need to get myself a Ordo. And once I've got those, we're going to be pretty good for being able to charge our wand up until we get a wand that requires more aspect in it. And by that point, we should have one node to fulfill all of these. So I'm hoping to have 3 or 4 nodes that have every type of aspect within that node, and we'll do that via the nodes draining and feasting off each other. We'll control how they do that. But there we go, guys. So that's pretty much that for today's episode, I believe. I'm going to go get myself some more nodes so I can fill out my charging room. And in the next episode, we're going to start getting into a little bit of node. Yeah, I think we'll get into nodes a little bit. A little bit more. Let's start working on feasting nodes and working on getting nodes to mix together to make these giant nodes of awesomeness that we can use to produce laser beams. It's going to be brilliant. Once we've got our laser beams, everything's going to be lovely. I'll also start working on the tower, so by the next episode you should see some work being done on there. We can start moving some bits over there and start getting it a little bit kitted out. I think it's going to be brilliant. Cool. Alright guys, well if you have any questions, then make sure to drop them in the comment section, and if you're enjoying it, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new, I urge you to subscribe for more awesome content. Have yourself a great day, have a good one, as always, and goodbye.